It's Wednesday, it's puck time, and the guy I have is wearing a ridiculous outfit. What is that team? Juventus?
Yeah, guy, man. What a huge Champions League win yesterday. Ronaldo, 3 goals. Sees Juventus on to the quarterfinals. My future bets are alive, so that's why I wore the outfit to start this. But yeah, looking forward to it. We'll find out on Friday who we play next.
Hey, don't take your hat off. You might mess your hair.
It's all good, man. Oh, no eyebrow joke yet?
No. One of the listeners said that I'm mean to you.
Nah, this is how we always are.
That's what I say.
It's what it is.
He's Carmine Bianco, went 5-0 yesterday. 2 soccer wins, 3 hockey wins. Killing it all around, my brother. I'm the Prez. Both of us are found at WagerTalk.com. I had a 5-unit play yesterday on Calgary. We were texting each other throughout the game. Easy winner, Carm. I mean, come on. They won by 5.
Yeah. For the guys who are watching this video, there's nothing like getting a message from the Prez when New Jersey's up 3-1, and he's wondering what the hell is going on. But as I told him, I was on the same play, Calgary laying 1.5. At some point, once they pulled even, they were basically going to pull away. 8 straight goals. This New Jersey team they're playing out the rest of the season. They're done.
Yeah, they tried for the first 2 periods. Most importantly, Carm, my personal hockey team that I play on, we won our quarterfinal game yesterday, 7-2. Totally dominated. I played awesome on defense.
Were you guys also playing New Jersey?
Might as well have been. Yeah, the other team we played was so bad. But anyway, we won. It's a round-robin quarterfinals, though, so we need to win or draw one more game. That happens next Tuesday. I'll keep you posted. But this, my friends, is Puck Time, and you can find us every day, Monday to Friday, on our YouTube channel, WagerTalk TV, or visit WagerTalk.com or SportsMemo.com. Today, it's just Carm and I. There's 3 games on the board. We'll take them all apart. And Carm, this is my last show of the week. Alex B. Smith will be hosting Thursday and Friday. And then I'm back on Monday. I'm headed to Utah for 3 days of skiing. Park City, and they are getting a ton of snow. 5 more inches or feet or something or other today. It's supposed to snow all day today there. I got 2 days on the slopes and 1 day of cat skiing. And, well, I'm pumped up!
It sounds like you are. It must be nice. I'm not a skiing guy.
Pumped up!
I'm not a skiing guy at all.
I never show my triceps.
But, yeah.
There's the triceps. Look at that, baby.
Yeah, those aren't really handicapping tools. They can't help us get winners.
That's not true. A fit, healthy man is a man who wins.
Yeah, sure. Listen, I'm going to say this before we before we get into the games. I'm going to caution the viewers once again, when you're looking at the games on any given card, you're looking at the standings, never, ever, ever take a play because a team is in a must-win situation. It just doesn't equate in capping to any value whatsoever, or whether the team is actually going to win. You look at teams are loving the spoiler roll. Look at Anaheim last night.
Yeah, Anaheim is rolling.
Yeah, because they're relishing. They played LA and lost to LA 3-2 because they couldn't care less. But they're playing teams that are fighting for a playoff spot or fighting to move up in the standings, in their division, playoff spots, and they're just putting it to them. They're playing playoff style hockey. They relish the underdog role, and there are some teams like that, and then there's teams like New Jersey, Ottawa, Detroit, who are probably now looking, or maybe the players aren't. They're looking to the off season, but the coaching staff in making moves and putting in rookie goaltenders, bringing guys up from the farm system, are actually looking at how to without actually saying it, move further down the standings and into a better percentage-wise draft pick, because obviously if you finish last, you don't get the first round pick, but you have a better chance in the draft lottery of getting that pick. So a lot of these teams, I think, are going to position themselves in that sense. At least the coaching staffs are thinking that way, I think, anyways.
Yeah, the problem is so many. Oh God, I can't believe I'm getting sick on the day I leave. The coach, the players. I mean, some of these call-ups, they're playing for their lives, and so be careful. I'm with you on that. I mean, there are going to be some teams, and I think we saw it with the Canadians last night, that in must-win games are going to bring it. But yeah, I'm with you, dude. We speak about this a lot. All because a team's in must-win mode doesn't mean they're going to win. And the bottom line is, any team that's in must-win mode to make the playoffs is not a good team to begin with. Carm, let's get to it, brother. Fun game tonight. I'm going to miss it. I'll be on the plane, but the Blackhawks are in Toronto playing the Leafs. Toronto's minus 255. The spread is minus 1.5, plus 100. And the over and under here is 7. And I'm going to stop and just talk about this over and under. I spoke about this with Ralph on Morning Joe in the Pro today. And the bottom line is, God, like 2 years ago, 5.5 was a big number. 6 was gigantic. Now we're cheering for 8 goals in a game. And I understand that Chicago is going over 8 a lot. I mean, they hit 8 last game, 7-1 win in Arizona. I was on the over. They've gone over the total, 24 out of 25 games. They are one of the highest scoring teams in the league right now, and Toronto as well. They hit 8 against Tampa Bay, but before that, 3-2 to Edmonton and 2-3 to Vancouver. The bottom line for me, Carm, is I don't care who's playing. I cannot bring myself to bet 8 goals in a hockey game. It's just too many. I think this game is going to be close to that 7 number. If I had to bet it, I would take the under. I know Chicago's playing good. They've won their last 3 games in a row, but those 3 games were Arizona, Dallas, and Buffalo. Last time they were on the road, they lost 5-2 to San Jose and 6-3 to the Kings. Toronto has a chance to gain 2 points on Boston, and those 2 points are going to be huge. I like Toronto minus 1.5 in this game. What do you think?
Yeah, you know what? My thinking is a little different on the total. We have to sort of accept the fact that 6.5 and 7s are the new norm in the NHL. And they're going to continue, teams pulling their goalies. And with a team like the Hawks in a game like tonight, if the total was still in question, at 4-1 or 4-2, they're pulling their goalie down a couple goals with 3 to 4 minutes left because, again, they need a win. So it doesn't matter to them, or they need to get back into the game. So it doesn't matter to them whether they lose 6-1, 7-1. They're not pulling their goalie if they're down 4 goals. But the point is that there were 16 overs in a row for the Hawks until that game where they lost 2-1 on the road in Dallas. But if it was going to end anywhere, it's going to end in Dallas, who played very well defensively at home. Then they picked it off against Arizona. And say what you want to say against Arizona. They lost 7-1 to the Hawks and then beat the Blues.
3-1 last night.
Yeah.
Now Arizona's jumped into the wild card spot, jumped ahead of Minnesota.
And, with the Blues, I know they don't play tonight, but another thing to look at Blues, I told you guys 2-3 weeks back, probably 3 weeks back, that they were a team that were having fun playing playoff hockey, but they couldn't sustain it. They ran off 13 wins in a row. But you know what happens when you put a streak of 13 or 14 in a row, when you lose that game, there's almost like a snowball effect. And I can see them literally playing 500 the rest of the way. So, they're still going to make the playoffs, the Blues. Listen, anyways, 11 of the last 12 Chicago games have gone over the total on the road. Leafs 7 of 10, 8 of 10 at home. They only played once, beginning of the year. If you remember that game, 7-6 shootout at the United Center. That was a fantastic game. Beginning, I think, the first or second game of the season after you guys lost to Ottawa. And I say you guys because I know you're a Leaf fan. I'm leaning on the over here. I also like the Leafs -1.5. I think they get a win. I think it's important that they try and put some wins together and shorten that gap with Boston, because if you've got to play Boston in a 7-game series where Boston is the home team, I'm sorry, it's likely a first-round exit for the Leafs. You Leaf fans don't want to hear that, but Boston's got a very good team, and they're very good on home ice.
I just wish the Leafs could figure out a way to drop into the wild card spot.
Yeah, not gonna happen. And I'm gonna let your viewers know. Listen, I've gone to a Leaf game 12 times in the last 2 years. The Leafs are 1-11. They've lost 11 of 12 games that I've gone to.
And you and I have got 2 coming up where we're going with each other.
Yeah, I'm taking the Prez to Buffalo next Wednesday. Buffalo and the Leafs. My brother has rented a box and is bringing 18 people to the game. So we're going to that game. I'm not really sure if that counts as a Leafs game because it's on the road. But then on the 25th in Toronto and Florida, we will be at that game. You'll be my guest. And it'll be a Florida victory at probably +210, 220.
Yeah, we'll worry about that then.
Yeah.
We both like Toronto on the money on the spread -1.5 +100.
We're on opposite sides on the total.
Yeah, although I'm not betting the total. I just can't bring myself to betting 8 goals in a game. New Jersey, brother, on a back-to-back. Boy, did they ever look good for 2 periods last night. Then completely fell apart in the third. Calgary put up a 6 spot. New Jersey's lost 7 games in a row, Carm. A back-to-back spot for them against Edmonton, and Edmonton is playing great. Won 5 of their last 6 games. If they win tonight, Carm, they're only 4 points out of the playoff position with 11 to go, with 12 to go. I think we're going to get a rock-solid effort from Edmonton tonight. They are -260, -1.5 +100. The over and under is 6. I'm liking the spread line here. I think this has got 4-1 written all over it. The total is perfect. I can't bet it over or under, but I think Edmonton wins this game by 3 goals.
Yeah, I think you got the score line pretty much correct there. They were blasted last night. Usually when a good team gets blasted, they play very well the next night or very well defensively. I actually think they'll be a little bit better defensively. Schneider, who got the night off yesterday, thankfully for him, is in net tonight for the Devils. But regardless of the whole must-win thing, the Oilers are better than the Devils. They have something to play for. And they're doing it with defense lately, winning 5 of the last 6. That loss was to the Leafs. And that game was, again, it was a 3-2 game where the Oilers scored a couple late to make it a little tight. But it was a very tight game throughout. They're playing really well now. 4-1. 3-1. I think you'd settle for that score, either one of those score lines. But yeah, I think Oilers in regulation time for sure, and you can take a little bit of plus money on the lane 1.5 here. Might actually a small lean on the under. 6 is still good for me here. If it was 5.5, I would definitely stay away from it. 6, I think I'd still lean to the under here. I think the Devils will be a little bit better defensively. But when you allow 9 goals, you have to be a little bit better defensively.
Speaking of the under, Carm, the Rangers are on the road playing Vancouver tonight. The under is 5.5 +105, and that's where my bet is. I like the under in this game. Look, the Rangers are struggling to score. They put up 2 against Edmonton. They did put up 4 against New Jersey, but even my team can do that. And before that, Detroit 2, Dallas 0, Washington 2, Montreal 2. I don't think the Rangers can put up more than 2. And Vancouver's not scoring either. You go down the list, 2-2, 3-0, 2-2, 4-0, 2-2. This game's going to end 2-2. They're going to do a shootout. All the players are going to try to score. And somewhere around the 40th shootout, they're just going to say, look, neither of you are going to the playoffs. We're calling it a draw.
Didn't Washington once go like in a shootout 26 deep? I think there was 26 shooters in a Washington Capitals shootout. I have to look it up. I was pretty sure I saw that. Can you imagine 26?
I'd love to be there, dude. I mean, that would just be so much fun to watch. I mean, the best shootout I ever saw was the USA versus Russia in the international hockey. After the first three shooters, you can use the same guy over and over again. It was basically Oshie and Korolev, back and forth. And I mean, you guys got to YouTube that. You're going to see some of the greatest shootout moves you've ever seen in your life, especially from Korolev. My God. But the USA did pull that out, and Oshie was the hero. Yeah, I like the under in this game, Carm. The money line is Vancouver minus 125. The spread is minus 1.5. Plus 200.
Yeah.
You know, Vancouver's playing garbage hockey. They've lost 5 of their last 6 games. The thing is, the Rangers are even worse. They've lost 7 of their last 8 games. I like Vancouver here. I could see this game being 2-1, 3-1, 3-2. I like Vancouver, and I like the under.
Okay, listen.
I'm listening.
It's a terrible game to even think about wagering on. Both teams have lost 8 of their last 10. The Rangers' only wins in those 10 games were against the aforementioned Devils. So what does that tell you? You know what I mean? It's just this is a game where both teams are 10 plus points out of a playoff spot. Neither one's going to make the playoffs. Neither one's going to make a run. They're playing out the season. And it's tough with the total. Generally, my rule of thumb is in a game like this is if you got 2 teams who have nothing to play for, they play an open style of hockey, much like an all-star game, and you see goals. But there's actually no intensity. So that sort of cancels.
Yeah, but also there's no goal scorers on either team.
But this is what I'm saying is that sort of cancels it out in the sense of there's no intensity in the game. So 5.5. If it was a 6, I'd be playing the under. 5.5. It's that stupid 3-2 empty net goal. We love the empty net goals when they go for us. You hate them when they go against you. I'm staying away from this. Even if you put a gun to my head, I would not have a selection for you on this game.
He's Carmine Bianco. I'm the Prez, and that, my friend, is PuckTime. My friends, we have more than one viewer. See you Monday. Make sure to check back to YouTube, our YouTube channel, WagerTalk TV. Alex B. Smith will be hosting Thursday and Friday. And check out Morning Joe and the Pro today. Me and Ralph Michaels, we take apart 3 college basketball games and 1 NBA game. Carm, what are you doing?
I am watching Champions League soccer today. A couple of big games. Barcelona and Lyon of France, and Bayern Munich and Liverpool, last year's finalists. Both League Ones finished 0-0. No scoring, yes, in soccer.
Is that 0-0?
Yes. So today's games they're fantastic. They're going to be really good games. I've got 2 plays up, and I got 2 in NHL tonight. 2 plays. We're going to try and continue that 3-0 night last night and roll it right into the weekend, boys.
Okay, thanks, brother. Be well, and we'll see you next week. Later, everyone.
Hey, break a leg.